Most days I just go look around and pay attention, and I do nothing. I don't buy anything, I don't sell anything, I just keep myself aware of what's going on. But then sometimes there's an opportunity that I'm like, I need more of this. Sometimes I don't buy or sell anything for weeks or months at a time. And then sometimes there's times to be aggressive. Although I have financial goals like that, and I am serious about them, it's not something that's stressful anymore. Like, it's kind of like, if you think about your training, are you stressed out about jiu-jitsu ever?
No, it's like, you want to pick something, you make work something you like. So then it's, even when it was stressful, when I was fighting really hard, it was still an enjoyable stress because I had goals I was shooting toward, So there was years where I was just work, but I still enjoyed it because you're making progress, you're shooting towards something.
If you don't have $1 million yet, you're living a much lesser life than what could be easily available to you with the right guidance. My head coach has freed up a few spots in his calendar to hold one-on-one strategy calls with the highest quality applicants. If you're doing well already, and you're looking to accelerate your momentum and do even better, click the link in the description now and apply for your strategy session. More at the end of this video.
Hey Derek, thanks a lot for bringing Jake. It's always great to see you two together, whether it's on webinars or at live events. See you guys together, whether it's at webinars or live events. I also wanted to say thank you for your help and advice in past weeks. Even though it's not the Markets Mastery course, most of my stocks are somewhat related to real estate. And it's just incredible to buy Macy's almost at the bottom at $10.75 and see how it performed the past days. Thanks again. Already excited about New Year's. I get excited about New Year's too. We got a live event over New Year's week, December, 29, 30, 31st, and January 1st. I got a great speaking lineup. I have several people I invited that are going to be fantastic guests for you to meet and hang out with. I really enjoy spending, when other people are going to go get drunk on New Year's, we're just going to go hang out with a bunch of winners. So I never say who's coming to the events before they come, but it's usually a handful of world champions and some Olympic medalists at different times, a lot of fighters, a lot of just top performers in various areas. Oftentimes we bring a couple business people, and I look forward to spending New Year's with the best of you and the best people from the mastermind group. And I look forward to the other ones who don't make it a priority to come. I'm excited you're not going to be there. I'm excited that we're going to spend time with the best people. Those are very exclusive events for New Year's and 4th of July that if you're not in the mastermind group, you're not invited. And if you are in the mastermind group, it's expected you go to the other live events to be eligible to come to the New Year's or 4th of July events. Those are limited capacity. Those are actually limited capacity. We're not going to go fill a big conference room. I just fill a penthouse in a big ass hotel, and I like it like that. It's more intimate to have 35 people spend 4 days together and have some really fun conversations and building some structures to create more wealth for the new year. So I'm excited about it. I look forward to spending my holiday that way. Sydney says, hi Derek, thank you for the course. It's been challenging, but also very rewarding to learn about real estate and how it relates to the economy at large. I've now completed the Trinity of Wealth, and I'm looking forward to going through all the courses again. Choose to conquer. Well, congratulations for that. There's many people here have done that, but it's not easy. You go through those 3 courses, that's 32 weeks. And I've had a longstanding policy for the life of this company that if a person takes all 3 courses, does their homework responsibly, shows up consistently, that I allow them to take all 3 courses a second time for no charge. I hate to say the word free. I hate free, but for no charge. For no charge, for no additional fee. You can take all 3 courses a second time, and you don't have to do all the homework. You'll learn new pieces going through it a second time, going through it a third time that you weren't able to pick up the first time because it's kind of a lot. There's a lot going on in there. So congratulations, good for you, and I look forward to having you in all 3 courses for your observer spots. Alex says, good to see you, Jake and Derek. Thanks for your time this afternoon. Yes, sir. Mark G, what up, Mark? Mark says, Derek and Jake, sincere thanks for being on the call and sharing your insights. What's the next big goal that each of you are working on? I'll let you go first with that. What's the next big goal you've been thinking about?
Good question. I need some I mean, I got a bunch of like smaller goals. I have some really good fighters I'm training, trying to get some world champions there. Get you your black belt.
Yeah.
You know, learning the business world a little more. I don't have a specific goal, but I've really been trying to, you know, learn. My whole life was focused on fighting. Now it's learning, you know, you have a name, you have a little money put away. It becomes a lot easier to make money, and how to do that through businesses, you know, real estate, different ways. So.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm excited that one of your goals is to get me to my black belt. It's one of my goals as well. Is I get my purple belt some months ago, and I think middle of the year we'll be looking at testing for a brown belt. I got again, that's the middle of next year, so I have time to get that skill set up. But I chip away at it constantly. I got some of the best coaches and trainers you could possibly have over here helping me out, and. Sometime next year I would think I'd have the brown belt and black belt the following year. But even that's very quick. But
extremely fast. It's usually at least several years between belts. Like I said, you're the fastest ever get a purple belt, but you became the point where you're getting too good. You're coming in, tapping guys and stuff at that belt level. I think it just shows the coaching, because you had such good coaches early, and not just me, other guys coming in. So much private attention. It really showed kind of the difference of going into a class versus getting one-on-one attention from not just regular people, world champions too.
Yeah. I feel extremely grateful to have the opportunity to work with you and the other people that I have, and it always feels weird for me to say this. It always feels it just seems surreal, but as I really have the best MMA coaching team in the world ever. And maybe you'd touch on that a bit, or explain that why that's not so ridiculous when I say that, because it sounds surreal.
Because it's kind of true. Because as fighters, we can we're part of a team. We can't just hop around and train wherever. But him not being affiliated, not fighting professionally, he could go to every different gym and seek out the best coaches and bring them on to train him. So it's been kind of unusual. I've never seen anyone train the way he is. Especially. Doing it for a hobby, not as a pro, but seeking out all the best coaches in the world and bringing them out to training with them. So it's been interesting, but your progress has been just insane. Never seen anyone progress as fast as you have. So I guess it shows it can work.
Yeah, I'm 2 years in. This week is 2 years in, and I don't know. I do feel very happy. Proud of the progress that happened, and. That's like a new lifetime hobby. It's not something that you're just going to get your skills up and then go walk away from. It's the people that have the people that I train with and people that I respect the most that have high level fighting skills. They got their black belt 10 and 20 years ago, and they're still training and learning things, and so that's something that you'll do forever. And I think it's great for fitness. I think it's great for your confidence. It's great for your fitness. Just kind of cool and fun thing to do in general. So I've enjoyed it quite a lot, and it's really a unique and special thing that we're doing. That if I'm going to have the amazing coaching team that I have takes time out of their life, they are current champions or former champions and Hall of Fame people, and they're taking time out of their life to come help me. Like every week I got to show up and make sure that I'm doing my part and respecting their time and their skills, and got to go put in work. And that's a grind in some ways, but once in a while when I have a thought like that, I think what an amazing opportunity. How many other people wish they had the opportunity to do what I'm doing there. So I keep that in the top of mind and make sure that I show up and do my part every week. Results have been fantastic. Very proud about that, and I'll just keep doing that. And if you chip away at that consistently, you're gonna have great results. So I'd say that's a goal. Financial goals. I hate to say it this way. It sounds a little weird, but this business, the Moneyberg business, is really more of a lifestyle business to me than it is a major profit center. And we make major profits, by the way, and I don't mind saying that. But the thing that's greater about the business is I don't have to deal with assholes that I don't want to. I don't have to spend time with people I don't like. We have an application process that all of you have gone through, and if somebody doesn't want to show up and do their part, we just don't talk to them. They're not here. So I think that part's amazing. I spend a lot of time, many meetings every week with, one-on-one communications with clients. So those are, phone calls and hour-long phone calls and the in-person meetings. But I get to meet with people that I actually enjoy hanging out with. I get to solve high-quality problems. So I get to do things that I feel like makes a difference in the life of, other people that are serious. And that's really kind of a gift or a pleasure to do that. But it's very hard to make, in a lifestyle business, you can make millions of dollars per year, and I do, and that's great. But it's hard to make, hundreds of millions or these, huge numbers. The stock market, I'm up more than 2 million since last week, since Monday. I'm up over 2 million, and I'm up quite a lot for the last month. So, that's a different monster, and understanding how the stock market works is so valuable. I can't say enough about it. Understanding how the stock market works is, if I just go tinker around like I do, and you kind of see my routines with that, like I'm not obsessively playing with the stock market or thinking about, in a stressed out way, but I read a little article here and there. I go look at the, bing, 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 bing. Now, it took me 30 years of paying attention to now be able to do the kind of quick version. Yeah. I can do the kind of quick version now. I was like, okay, I'm going to go buy some more of this. Or, okay, maybe I'll sell that and buy this other thing now. Most days, I just go look around and pay attention, and I do nothing. I don't buy anything. I don't sell anything. I just keep myself aware of what's going on. But then sometimes there's an opportunity that I'm like, I need more of this. Maybe I should sell that and reallocate those funds over here. Those are, I don't even have to do that most days. Sometimes I don't buy or sell anything for weeks or months at a time. And then sometimes there's times to be aggressive. So, but in the stock market, I'm just, back to your specific question about goals, Mark, is like, it seems very probable. It seems difficult to not hit this. I don't want to say it in a cocky way. I don't see why I wouldn't have $100 million in the next few years. So, while I'm still in my 40s, I'll have $100 million net worth. And in my 50s, I don't see why I wouldn't have, at least 300, maybe 500 million. And, and then you're getting into, a level of wealth that you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. So I feel good about that. And although I have financial goals like that, and I am serious about them, it's not something that's stressful anymore. Like, it's kind of like, if you think about your training, are you stressed out about jiu-jitsu ever? It's like,
no, it's like, no, you want to pick something, make work something you like. So then it's, even when it was stressful, when I was fighting really hard, it was still an enjoyable stress because I had goals I was shooting toward, So there was years where I was just work, but I still enjoyed it because you're making progress, you're shooting towards something. Now I still work hard, but it's work I enjoy, and I can pick and choose what work I do.
Yeah. So I'd say the bigger picture to focus on is what Jake just said, is that, and I touched on earlier, but he said it more comprehensively just now, is like, put yourself in a situation where you've acquired the skills and resources, that you're very pleased with how you're spending your time, and you don't have to deal with things or people that you don't want to. Put yourself in a situation like that. So it makes it so much more enjoyable when you're doing things with the right people, when you don't have to deal with some loser's bullshit. You're around high quality people that love you and respect you and treat you good. Man, that makes a big difference in life.
Yeah, you want the option to be able to turn down work, even if it's good money. If you don't like it or don't like one of the people, you can just say no. Even if the money's good, it's like, I don't need to do that. It's good to be in a situation where you have that option.
There's this thing people say, this crass statement on occasion. They say, you want to have fuck you money. And I think some people, the peasants, the perpetually poor, they don't understand the real meaning of fuck you money. And that doesn't mean like, you got money and the peasant doesn't, so fuck them. What it means is that you have enough wealth, you have enough financial prosperity that if somebody's not treating you well, that you have the optionality to say, you know what, fuck you, I don't want to work with you. I don't care about the money. I don't need the money. That doesn't mean you don't care about money in general, but you don't want the wrong money. And that's why I built this business. I don't want money from some fucking loser. I don't want to spend time with somebody that's, I can't be more committed to your success than you are. If you don't care about your success, go be poor. Be dumb. Be poor. You'll have plenty of company. There's plenty of poor, dumb people out there, But for the people that come and they show up and they do the work, I'm really happy for you. I'm proud of you. The results are on the way. If you do the right things for a period of time, results would be the normative outcome. It'd be, if you did the right training, engaged in the right behaviors, you did the right things, you're on the right team, you're around the right people, you're doing the right things consistently, success would be a normal outcome. It shouldn't be shocking in any way. It's like, of course you're going to have better outcomes. Like, of course. Because what are other people doing? Not much. So don't make it overcomplicated. Don't make it overcomplicated, but set goals that you're going to be personally proud of, and you live your life in a way that you have plenty of financial prosperity, and you don't have to spend time with people you don't want to. The number one thing that wealth gives you is the opportunity to say no. The number one thing that wealth gives you is the freedom to not spend time with people that you don't want to. You have so many other options. It's silly. It's kind of surreal sometimes. Good question, Mark. Good question. Let's go to the top here. Derek, thanks a lot for, maybe I read that one already. Here's the other one. Hey, Derek and Jake, thank you both for sharing your time and knowledge with us. Recently, I found a commercial property that I believe to be a high-quality investment. However, it is well outside of my budget. I'm currently in the process of finding potential investors to fund the down payment, and will likely be contacting the seller to discuss possible terms, primarily selling or financing. The question I have is, how would you recommend structuring the deal that I need to make with the investors who will be supplying 90% of the down payment in order to give them a quality investment return, while still being worthwhile for myself, as well as finding a lender in today's market who will be willing to finance the remaining amount for someone without a history in real estate, should the seller not be willing to offer their own financing. If this works out, it will be my first deal, so want to ensure I provide enough value to my potential investors as well as the seller. And then the question cuts off. That sounds like a lot of leverage to me. That sounds like a big problem waiting to happen. Your investors are going to somehow fuck you, and if you're that much of a minority owner of the property, and say you made a 20% down payment, but you really have 2% equity, and the other investors and bank has 98% equity, you don't have any control of anything really, and whatever you have written in the contract, you don't have money to litigate the contract, even if you're right. So you're really kind of fucked, and I would never do a deal like that. I'm not a fan of having business partners. I have 0 partners in my business. I have 0 investors. I don't have any bank loans. I don't have these. I haven't put myself in a situation to have these debts that some people like to have. So, maybe something to remember is this. This is just math. This is not like a philosophic statement. It just happens to be a mathematical fact. It's like, if you don't have a lot of debt, it's impossible to go bankrupt. The only path to bankruptcy lies in having too much debt. If you don't have a lot of debt, it's impossible to go bankrupt. It's mathematically not possible. So why put yourself in these over-leveraged situations where whatever equity you put into it in a lot of time, and you got to go answer to a bunch of people, and at any given time somebody's going to be upset with you about something or nothing. I would never want to be in that situation. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. What are your thoughts of being a 2% owner of something and you're supposed to be in control of the project?
I mean, yeah, it's a little more complicated than I understand all the details, but it doesn't sound like I want to. If I'm doing something, I want to own most of it or all of it. Like you said, I'm not big on business partners either. It's hard doing business with people because they're always upset or they're not doing their end. It's always better to have the least amount or no business partners. And you definitely don't want to own, or in my opinion, you don't want to own a small percentage of something if you're doing most of the work.
Yeah. No, I think it's trouble, and now you might hear what I'm saying. So, well, Derek, but it's a big deal, and there's going to be big profits, and like, okay, well, go ahead and do it, and prove me wrong. I hope you prove me wrong. I'll be happy for you. I'll cheer for you. I'll celebrate for you. I sincerely hope you prove me wrong, but I just haven't seen deals like this work out well. When you're a minority owner, and this is a very minority owner, 2%. You're going to be a 2% owner of a big project. You're in over your head. You have virtually no control of this, and somebody's going to be a lunatic and fuck you over somehow. So you could take my word for it, which is not very satisfying, or you could go live it and have the experience yourself, and maybe you'll be like, well, probably he was right about that. Probably I shouldn't have done that. But I hope you don't put yourself in that situation. There's going to be better opportunities for you. Get those reviews submitted no later than Saturday. I'll see you next Wednesday for those of you that do. Jake, thanks for coming through.
Thank you, guys.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.